What's up, y'all? It's your boy Zay Grastley from Gastonia, North Carolina. Checking in on Industry's Most Wanted. Check me out.
It's in my walk, yeah. There's something about it in my talk, yeah. They don't know it, but they like it. It's that southern boy charm with that country boy twang. My walk, my talk, my buckle all the way to my boots. Yes, ma'am, no, sir, when they talk.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. Listen, I heard we got North Carolina checking in, Gastonia to be exact. Shout out to Zay Grastley. What's going on with you, family?
Exactly. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm living life.
Listen.
Enjoying it.
Absolutely. Give me some love, man. Boom. Appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate you for having me.
You're a vibe. I could tell your energy is top notch.
I try to be.
No, you don't try, you do.
I try to be.
No, you do.
It's positive energy I try to put off.
No, you do it. You're not trying.
Okay.
You're doing it.
Well, I accept that. I accept that.
Again, I appreciate you being here today. I'm excited for everybody to get to know your journey because you've been out here working hard. Go ahead and, give us an official introduction.
What's up, y'all? My name is Zay Grastley from Gastonia, North Carolina. I am here with TampaMystic and Industry's Most Wanted. I'm here.
He's working.
Country boy ready to do it. Show y'all something different.
That's what I'm talking about. That is the ultimate goal, or it should be for people, is to stand out and not fit in.
Definitely.
That's absolutely what you're doing. You're representing who you are. You're standing out from everybody else. Let's take it back because I want people to understand your journey. It's very, very important because you're born and raised in North Carolina, but you're currently in South Carolina, right?
Yes.
All right. So take us back to your days of being a jit when you was a little guy.
Ooh.
What were you like?
What was I like?
Yes.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. No cares. Didn't listen. That was it.
Yeah.
You can pick any little hood movie off of Tubi, and it probably fit my description.
It defines you?
Yeah, it kind of fit the description, but
not the Tubi life.
you can take any of the little movies off of Tubi, But it was crazy. I was actually born in Southeast Washington D.C.
Yeah. Okay.
In PG County. But we left there when I was like 4 or 5 years old and went to Gastonia. We actually left Gastonia, went to Tennessee, and then to Gastonia. But I moved to Gastonia probably when I was about 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
Single parent, mom worked religiously 2-3 jobs. So
Yeah.
I was kind of alone all the time. So, of course, I ran the streets and done all of that. But, after a long incarceration, I was like, I got to put that energy into something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it's one thing to live it, but then when you get out of it and you look back at it, like after growth, it's like, okay, I need to figure something else out.
Listen, that's the exact conversation I was having with my previous guest. He was saying that when people come out of like either being in the streets and turn it over to like, now I'm going to get a job and I'm working, or coming out of incarceration, it's almost like you need rehabilitation because it's
Definitely
a totally different world.
Yeah, it's something totally different.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. Did you do time?
I did. I done 14 years, 10 months.
If you don't mind, we're going to dive in on that for just a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Because I say it all the time. I'm the type of person that I believe we have to pull the positive out of every situation. Mm-hmm. What we focus on, it's like a camera. What you focus on is what develops.
Yeah.
If you focus on that negativity,
definitely,
your life's going to be consumed with it. You had to sit down for a minute.
A long minute.
Okay, for a long minute.
A long minute. A long minute.
What was the biggest life lesson you learned from having to sit down?
Victorville, California. I was on a race ride. I got stabbed 7 times in the chest. So
Man.
It was like it was an eye-opening experience to, to come back around and to be in a room by yourself with nobody there. And it's like, okay, this is you realize this is your lowest point.
Yes.
And it's like, I ain't gonna never do this again.
Right. You hit rock bottom.
Some people, a lot of people go to prison and they see people that come out and they never change. And it's like, I don't feel like they really went to a prison. I feel like they just went to like a detention center.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because once you go to an actual federal prison, federal different than state. It's an eye opener. A lot of state prisons bad, but federal definitely could be different.
Absolutely. You know, my sister, God rest her soul, she passed away, but she did time in federal prison. Her and her husband were in a dope game. And when she came out, she was like a different person.
Oh, yeah.
A totally different person. She was on the straight and narrow at that point because she knew she never wanted to go back again. You know, and I think that, like you said, should change people's mentality. But unfortunately, some people have mental illnesses. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people look out and they don't have to go through a lot of things. You know what I mean? So it's different.
Definitely. So coming out, how long have you been out?
6 years.
So you've been out for 6 years.
Yep.
What's the transition been like for you?
Grinding.
Yeah.
When I got out, it was like I don't know. I knew I wanted to do music, and I didn't. It was crazy as the whole time I was incarcerated, I didn't write any music. I didn't do anything because then I was focusing on tattooing. It was just like steadily grind. I didn't have time to worry about something I couldn't really reach at the moment. But once I got out, and you know, a couple people asked me like, "Hey, you still doing music?" Like, man, I remember your music used to be fire and this, and I was like, you know, maybe I still do it. So once I got back into it, it was just like second nature, and I just ran with it and ain't looked back.
I love that, man. I love that. That's one of them positive stories that we love to hear. And thank you for sharing that.
No
you know,
problem.
I hope I didn't intrude too much. Like you said, he was an open book.
I'm an open book.
I like to talk about that stuff because it's inspiring. It's motivating. It even motivates me. I've never been incarcerated, but it motivates me to know I never want to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's like you don't want to have to give years of your life to the system.
You definitely don't.
You know, but fortunately,
you never get them back.
Time is something we never get back.
Never get them back.
Never get it back, man. So coming out, did you learn to tattoo while you were incarcerated?
I did.
You did. So see, you picked up a skill.
So I was always drawing, always painted, always draw, but I never actually tattooed until there.
Let's
but
talk
there it's
about
like,
that.
Okay, you know what? You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. So being incarcerated, they were allowing you to do that? Or was it something you were doing on the slide?
Yeah, I went to the hole a lot for tattooing.
Okay. But you were doing something you loved.
Definitely.
And it turned into a legitimate business for you.
It did.
Man, congratulations.
It did.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
That's big. That's major.
Definitely did.
So you have a full-blown business now?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Gypsy Ink. Charlotte,
Gypsy
North Carolina.
Ink.
Yep.
That is fire. You have a
Gypsy
shop
Ink.
out there?
Yep.
Do you guys also do like piercings and stuff like that?
Piercings, tattoos, everything.
That is dope, man. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Nothing better than having your own ish. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it works out.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Definitely. How often are you in the shop working?
Hardly ever. Hardly ever.
You got other people in there.
Yeah.
But that's the goal.
Hardly ever. I'm there every blue moon.
Yeah. It's a blessing that you have people that are in position to represent your business well and keep it up and running every single day.
I actually went, and a couple of my buddies I knew in Gastonia that tattooed out of the house.
Yes.
So I actually went to them and reached out to them and gave them jobs tattooing in the shop.
Look at you. You are a complete boss. You're a blessing.
I mean, I try to be.
No. Before he leaves here today, we're going to take that word up out of his vocabulary. You're not trying. You are absolutely doing it. Say it with your chest. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I felt good, didn't it? Yeah. No, absolutely, man. That's a major blessing. You put people in a position to win. That's why God's blessing you. You know that, right?
Hey, I need them to come on and,
bring a few more of them blessings up and through here. I know that's right. Set a big bag of money right here. We'd be cool with that.
Hit me with that big one. Don't hold out too long.
Not the little one, the big one.
Yeah, don't hold out too long.
So taking it back to 2020 is when you really got on your game as far as music, getting it together, business is right. What was that turning point for you? Was it just people around you inspiring you?
So on the music aspect, I really didn't, like, I've always listened to country music.
Yeah.
I grew up, I listened to country music, I listened to alternative. I was one of them kids that get up at 5 o'clock in the morning ready for school, MTV Jams, MTV, you know, the top 20 countdown. So I listened to everything. Mm-hmm. And the first song that I put out that they kind of classified as country was Campfire Cologne. And it was supposed to be an R&B song. Mm. And when I let people hear it, they was like, bro, you doing country music now? And I'm like, nah. I was like, you know, it's like my normal music. And they was like, no, bro, that's country. They was like, you doing country. So I was like, all right, now let me try to put some effort into it and give it a try. And Country Boys came, and then Southern Charm.
Listen, it really set you apart from a lot of other artists out here because you did it effortlessly.
I think so, and because even before with country, you know, I was a rapper, I was doing rap, and it's like I'm country. You could hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
My voice, it just didn't sound right. You know, it was like, okay, the lyrics are there, but it's like your sound is something's off, and it's like I couldn't figure it out, but I think it's what I was supposed to be doing. Absolutely,
you found what your true calling was within
Definitely.
Your music.
Definitely,
people are gravitating to it. Would let you, that's confirmation.
Yeah.
Lets you know you're doing the right thing.
Yep.
So let's dive into that a little bit because, you know, people may say stereotypically, oh, a black man's doing country music.
Oh, I've heard it.
I'm here for it. I love it. Absolutely. In situations like that, how do you combat that or you know, deal with that per se? I
heart they little comment.
I know that's right.
I heart they comment, send them like a little smiley face or, you know, a little tongue out emoji or something like that.
It's crazy to me that people feel like we should be boxed in based upon our appearance.
Definitely.
It's so frustrating.
Definitely.
Because there's a lot of people out here who feel entitled, that are privileged, and they feel like they run the world. I dealt with one of them on the way here because he was driving crazy. You know, it's just, to me, it's crazy that people feel like they should box us in based upon.
They definitely do. I had somebody tell me, what'd he say? I need to lose he said I should lose my black card or something like that. And so I actually, like with that one, I actually commented back and I was like, why do you figure that?
Yeah.
And he was like, it should be against the law for you to, you know, he's like, you're a plant. You're trying to do country music and this and that. And I was like, bro, I'm being me, you know, so I don't really give time to negativity.
Absolutely.
I'm just like, all right, whatever.
It's like what I said earlier, what we focus on is what develops. If we keep feeding into that, it's going to consume us.
Exactly.
And we won't be able to sleep at night because it's going to be in our brain. You know what I'm saying?
I sleep good.
Me too. We can't take that to bed with us. I pop me a gummy and I'm good.
I'm going to sleep good.
Absolutely. Because trust me, I've dealt with it too. I be getting weirdo comments, but I'm like you. I feed, you know, in a positive way. I'll be like, oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't feed into that because people don't know you.
Because to me, it's billions of people in the world.
Yeah.
And that's one person.
Absolutely.
Not saying that person ain't important, but
they're not. I mean, they're irrelevant to us. They're not important to us.
Not just that one comment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the well-being. Okay, I don't want nothing to happen to you.
Of course.
Your comment, it don't really mean nothing to me.
No. I send a lot of people to the block party. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
I got a long block list.
I got the block parties like down the street. You know what I'm saying?
My block list is long. They got a long block list.
Absolutely. Because trust me, I think we all deal with that type of stuff, but we don't deal with, if that makes sense. Like you said, we don't feed into that. And it's just crazy. Someone who don't know you personally would say something like, oh, your black card should be revoked. When they said you trying to do it, when really you weren't trying at all. It just happened.
It's just me. It's just me.
Y'all are weird. I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. I love that you're standing for everything that you believe in, as you should. I love your image. I love your energy. It's vibrant. It's like vibrant. You know what I'm saying? You have great energy.
I try to be.
There he goes again with that doggone word. I am. Boom. Definitely. So over these past few years that you've been taking music seriously and just really, you know, I would say kind of found your lane of what works for you. Not to say you won't venture out and do other stuff, but you know, you found what works for you. What are you enjoying the most about your journey?
the people I met, the experiences, seeing different places.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing I wanted to do. I was like, all right, I'm not staying in Gastonia. I want to see different places. I want to see different things. So really the connections, just experiences.
Yeah. You're like a walking testimony. Seriously. You overcame adversity. You know, you were incarcerated, and some people would have used that as an excuse when they came out that, oh, I can't get a job. I can't do this. You said, you know what, I'm going to go create my own business.
Yeah.
Now you're to the point where you got that freedom. You've got other people holding it down for you so you can get out here and do stuff.
On what I want to do.
Yeah, man. That's something to be proud of. You need to pat yourself on the back. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. How is your city receiving your music?
They love it.
Yeah.
They love. I'm actually performing there the 13th.
Tell us about it.
This month, the Highland Music Festival in Gastonia, North Carolina.
Okay.
I rocked out with y'all last year. I'll be back this year. I can't wait. They actually got me. Last year I was like, you know, they was like, oh yeah, Oprah. They got me as one of the headliners this year, so I feel a little cocky, you know.
As you should. Pop your ish.
But, man, I love it. And it's one of those things where everybody says your hometown is the last place to kind of gravitate to you when you do music, and I don't say that's always true. Yeah. Because anytime I done went back at the Gastonia, I've always gotten love. Yeah. Gastonia, we got plenty of DJs. Gastonia's known for athletes. We got James Worthy, Sleepy Floyd, Daryl Armstrong, Hassan Whitesides. You know, like these all NBA players, but really nobody with music. So I've always said, even when I was a kid, I'm be the one to put Gastonia on my back and show them. You know, it's more than, because people just look at us like we country. Right. And they like, oh, Gastonia, share with them country dude. Like, once you go outside of Charlotte, we right across the city line. Yeah. So once you leave out of Charlotte, you go into the country. Yes. Which is Mount Holly, Belmont, Gastonia, Cherville. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, them just country folk. You know, ain't nothing going on there. I love that, though. Please put me there. Definitely. I would rather live in the country. Me too. I love it. I would much rather than being in the city. The only reason I'm in Atlanta, I love Atlanta, don't get it twisted, is for business. Once I retire, take me to the country, please. There's too many people here. Too many people. I want to live like inside of a mountain or something. You know what I'm saying? Like super dope dog. Yep. Do you like being outside? Do you like doing outdoors and stuff? Love it. Let's talk about that a little bit, because I do too. Being outside brings energy. The sun, the water, the grass. Anything outside, I'm for it. Camping, hunting, whatever. Do you ever go hiking? I mean, you might as well say that, much as I walk through the woods and stuff like that. But if you initially say, let's go hike, or no intention, I'm like, I'm not just going to walk. But if you're like, hey, let's go look for squirrels, or let's go hunt, or you do it with a purpose. Yeah, it might not actually come out that way, but understood. Yeah, you guys just kind of trick my mind, make me think I'm doing something else. I'm like that too, because I love hiking, but I'm the type of person that I'll stop and get photos and videos of everything along the way to document my journey. So it almost becomes like an adventure versus I'm just hiking. Better at that. Yeah, I'm the worst with the phone. You got to document it. If you don't document it, it didn't happen. That's what these two guys right here are for. They're documenting it. These cameras, them guys, you know what I'm saying? I them the worst things I hate being in front of. I try. But you're a superstar. You are, listen, okay. You are I'm not going to say maybe, or I'm trying, or. You are. I believe in manifestation. Okay. We have to speak stuff into existence or bring it to fruition. You're a superstar. You've got multiple plaques on your wall. We're manifesting it. There we go. What she said. We're doing it. Period, Pooh. Definitely. I know you had the opportunity in the studio to connect with Lil Boosie. I did. Tell us about that experience, because, you know, obviously he's somebody that is legendary in the business. I met Boosie at Audio Box in Charlotte. Okay. And I was working with actually we grew up together, junior high, 20. I got 20 on my beat. And I was just so happening in town, and I was working on 20. I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be in town for about a month. I was in town checking on my mom and stuff. And I was like, I want to get a couple sessions, let's get some recordings in. And he hit me up out of the blue one night. I didn't have a session. He was like, hey, come to the studio tonight. And I was like, man, I'm about to tattoo, whatever. And he's like, dude, you want to come to the studio? And I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, he's just trying to get some money. I'm like, nah. I was like, now what you go? I was like, you ain't about to do no special powers and nothing like that. So he was like, man, just come up here. He's like, I ain't going to steer you wrong. So I go up there and he's like, let's go over your songs. Let's do touch up. He had no purpose whatsoever. Yeah. And so I'm in there recording and going over the stuff. And I look up and I notice he's like staring at me, smelling like Boosie sent me to jail a lot. I'm just saying. Boosie and Webby, now that I think about that, Boosie and Webby sent me to jail a lot. That was half my reason to listen to them. Was half my reason. But I looked up and I kind of done like a double take, because the plexiglass, you can see into the next recording booth. Right. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking, and you know how you see somebody and you're like, nah.
Is that?
Yeah, I'm looking and I'm like, I literally stopped recording everything. He's looking at me, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, is that Boosie? I'm like, is that little Boosie?
Boosie like, badass himself?
He was like, don't fan out, just keep recording. And I was like, bro, how you gonna tell me not to fan out? Little Boosie's right here in the recording booth beside me.
And you didn't give me a warning that he was gonna be here.
But he come out and he was taking pictures with people. And I was just like standing against the back, and I didn't want to walk up to him. And you know what I mean? I was like, all right. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to fan out. I'm just going to stand back here, the biggest guy in the room, just standing back here in the corner. And he kept looking at me. And he was like, what you do? And I was like, I do country music. And of course, I stood out from everybody else there. And he was like, let me hear something. And so 20 played some of my music, and he literally told me, he was like, man, you got a good sound. He said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, I could sign you right now. And so then my heart's beating. I'm like, real? He's like, yeah. He's like, but I'm not. He was like, because you got something different. He said, don't sign to an artist. He said, don't let another artist sign you. He's like, because they ain't going to do nothing but put you on the shelf for 2 years. Right. And, he gave me the whole spiel behind it. And I tell everybody, like, that was the best 5-minute conversation. He was real short.
Absolutely.
He said it quick.
Yeah.
That was the best 5-minute conversation I've had with another artist in my, like, that was like a classic moment in my life.
Man, it's one of the moments you'll never forget, and big shout out to Boosie, man, for keeping it G with you.
Yep.
That's something that some people wouldn't do, because they'll look at you as like, I can make some money off of him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
He, I'm sure, has seen that quality in you as well, by hearing your music, but he kept a G with you and said, don't sign to another artist. Yeah. Do you desire to sign yourself, per se, have your own label situation?
At the beginning, I wouldn't. Eventually, I would, but I would like to sign to a label just to learn the tricks of the trade, and to go in and get the little behind the scenes and see how things work. And I'm one of them, like a hands-on person. If you give me something and just say, here, run with this, I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. But if you let me watch you do it and see how things go, I got it.
Yes. I'm a visual learner as well. Mm-hmm. Like reading a book, I'm like, what? If I watch it,
I can read the whole thing.
I don't comprehend reading as well as I do visually. Sounds like you and I are similar. And I think a lot of people are like that. Yep. We're more visual learners. That's why YouTube is so popular. I've learned a lot of stuff while watching videos on YouTube. Yeah. Definitely. So once again, shout out to Boosie, man.
Big shout out to Boosie.
It sounds like that was a pivotal moment in your music career right there.
It was.
Definitely.
It was.
Are you currently in single mode or album mode? Are you focusing on putting singles out, or are you at all working on an entire project?
So I have a lot of singles I'll put out. I got more singles I'm gonna put out.
Yeah.
I have an EP together, ready to go.
Okay.
But I feel like I feel like the world needs to know me more, or I need to get more people interested in me before I put it out. Because I just don't want to put it out. And, you see a lot of artists. I know artists put out a mixtape every other week, or they're like, I'm putting out an album this month and then putting out an album next month. And it's like, you're not doing nothing with it. So for me, it's like, if I find something I feel like, okay, this is one I want to run with, like I'm gonna push it.
Yeah.
And even if I had to put out a couple singles, I still push that one main thing, like Southern Charm.
Southern Charm. That's the main single.
Yep.
I think you're absolutely doing it the right way. 100%. No, I in my experience and my professional opinion, I feel like you're doing it the right way because, like you said, oftentimes artists will put an album out and we'll say it has 10, 12 songs on it. Mm-hmm. Most people, if they're not familiar with that artist, they're not going to listen to it. When people send me their album link on Instagram, my immediate response is, what is the single?
Yep.
I want to go straight to your single.
Yep.
I honestly don't have time right now to listen to 30 minutes of your music. What is your single? You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I think you're doing it the right way. How often are you releasing new music?
I started out, I was putting out a song every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So then I dropped it down. I was putting out 2 songs a month, doing a song a month. But now it's in between the song, 2 songs a month.
That's good because that's what these platforms want. In order for you to be in the Spotify algorithm, they want you releasing music approximately every 3 weeks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To organically land on some of their playlists and stuff like that. So you're absolutely. What about music videos?
I try to do a video like every other month. I try to put a video out.
Yeah.
But it don't always work out that way sometimes. Finding different videographers and always looking at just trying to find a different style or a different mind to run with that can collaborate with my twisted mind and see where it goes. But
when it comes to your music videos, are you hands-on with the creative process of it, like as far as putting the treatment together?
Yeah, I'm simple.
Yeah.
I'm simple. A lot of my music videos are on a farm or with animals, and
I love that.
I'm a big animal person.
Me too.
So I'm simple.
What is your spirit animal?
Eagle.
Really?
Yep.
Let's talk about that just a minute because you answered that quick. I would say probably 9 out of 10 people, if I asked them that, they wouldn't know how to answer that, but I knew you would.
Nah, eagle.
An eagle.
Yeah, I'm very spiritual.
Super powerful right there. Man.
So my father is mixed, Choctaw Indian and Dominican. My mother is black.
Oh. So
the Choctaw part.
The combination, absolutely.
Plays a lot with me.
Definitely. Listen, I tell people I was a mountain lion in my previous life. You know, I love cats. I love animals. I love being in the mountains. I'm like, that had to have been it for me. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, we connected right here.
Yeah. My homeboys think I'm crazy because when I'm on my motorcycle or anything, I always see 2 eagles. It don't matter where anytime I drive a vehicle, I see 2 eagles.
Wow.
And I always tell my homeboys, I'm like, man, they lead me. So anytime I don't see the eagles, I reroute.
That exactly.
So you anytime I don't see them out, I reroute.
You have to follow your intuition because you know that that's your spirit. We all have spirit guides. Yep. That's yours.
Definitely.
And you're following it.
Definitely.
What do you feel like is your purpose on this earth?
Really just to, it's going to sound crazy.
No, it's not.
I feel like if I can get more people to, like with my music, I talk about spreading love and having fun and partying. And a lot of people say it's drinking, but I mean, I drink. So it's an interaction of fun. But if I could spread more positive, and it don't have to be financially or anything like that, but just spiritually give more people like a positive outlook on life and not always look down on the down things, I feel like I accomplished something big. I
love that. I love that. We need more of that because there's a lot of ugliness out there.
It is.
There's a lot of mental illness out there.
It is.
We have to spread that positivity. We have to spread that love. You're very spiritual.
And this is one thing I want to say, I tell a lot of people, any artist out there making music, you can never get mad about another race, saying anything derogative within your music if you put it out there for them to say. So if you put positive stuff in your music, they can't say nothing but positive back when they're repeating it to you.
Bro, I could not agree more. I couldn't agree more. You know, like I've been in this industry for a long time, but I've been a part of the culture pretty much my whole life. I have a 30-year-old son who's biracial. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a true OG. You know what I'm saying?
OG, okay.
I'm a triple OG. Y'all don't get it twisted.
Okay.
But it's like, I agree with you, because there's a lot of stuff that people put in their music and then they get mad when another race says it.
Exactly.
It's like, well, then why are you saying it if it's upsetting to hear someone else? They're a fan of your music. They're reciting your words.
I don't believe in that.
Me neither. I don't. So I'm glad that
you can't get mad at somebody repeating what you put out there for them to like.
as long as they're not using it in a derogatory manner.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I look at it like derogatory or not, because some people look at it as, okay, oh, this person can get away with it, this person can't. No, you can't.
Yeah.
If you put it out there and you got millions of people supporting you, how do you not want them to recite your music word for word?
Absolutely. I agree. They're supposed to say everything but a certain word or
That don't
whatever.
work like that.
No, I agree with you 100%. Most definitely. So shout out to you for just being so open-minded and being slightly vulnerable as well to this industry. And I think that's important as a music artist. You don't want to be too vulnerable, but you have to be slightly vulnerable. So
Y'all don't try me. I'm telling you. It ain't that pretty.
don't get it twisted. Let me see your muscle real quick. Flex.
Don't get it twisted. You know.
And on that note, he gonna sip on some water. Nah, that is dope. We're halfway through 2024. What can we expect from you for the remainder of the year?
I'm gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, where's Waldo? Ain't no telling where you gonna see me at, but I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna be there. I want to put out a lot more music, more videos. I perform anywhere.
Yeah.
If you want to book me, hit me up, Zay Grastley. Just to get out there more, you know. Hopefully, eventually catch the right ear, you know, get a deal, I feel like Bob Marley and John Mayer are two of my favorite musicians, and they're all about positivity and love and this and that. So I feel like just to, you know, even if nothing comes out of it, just the people that do support me, I feel like I'm already there.
Yes,
you know?
You are, absolutely, 100%. You're there in physical form. Now, just in the other world, we got to get you transitioned to the top to start getting them plaques and stuff on your wall. It's going to happen.
They say I got to get in front of the camera more. I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
You're doing it. You're doing a good job today. Any artists out there that are just starting out, that are aspiring to maybe, you know, follow in your footsteps, look at this camera, what would you say to them?
A lot of people going to tell you can't. Just don't even let it go in one ear and not the other. If it's your sound, if it's your look, whatever, just if you believe in it, go with it. Don't nobody got to lay down with you but you.
That is facts. You're right. Through our entire life, we're going to hear no from birth. Yep. No, don't do this. No, don't touch this. No, it's what we do with the yeses that matter.
Yep.
Period.
Treat life like a buffet.
Man, that is
Take
facts.
off what you want.
I love that. That's making me hungry. It is lunchtime, right? Definitely. Anything else that you have in the works that we can anticipate, or that you want to make sure you put people on game that we haven't touched on?
I got a lot of shows coming up. August 31st, I'll be in Gastonia, North Carolina, the Southern Soul Boots and Dukes Bash. August 16th and 17th, I will be performing with Gorilla Zoe in Charleston and Asheville.
Love that.
Y'all can check out my website, Instagram, wherever. Just come out to the show and see me.
Tell them all your socials where they can follow you and your website.
Instagram is Zay Grastley Music. My website is zaygrastleymusic.com. Facebook is Zay Grastley. It's all under Zay Grastley.
Definitely. I know you got a lot of people that love you, support you. Anybody you want to give thanks to for showing you love?
Everybody. Any fans, my family, just supporters, everybody that's been there throughout the way. Just everybody.
I know that's right. That's the easier way to do it.
Yeah, I won't leave nobody out.
Exactly. I tell people, charge it to the game, not to my heart, because it's hard to remember them shout outs.
Definitely.
Especially when you're walking on a positive path, you've got a lot of people that show you love.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Absolutely. I got one last question. We live.
Industries.
Big industry's most wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
What makes me the industry's most wanted? I am music. I mean, whatever it is, I feel like it's something. I'm something different.
Yeah.
It's not a different sound. It's not a different story than anybody else got. It's just a different person.
I love that's a great answer. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for being here today.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. We're about to do a performance right now.
Let's
you know what I'm saying? We about to do the damn
Get
thing.
some of this Southern charm.
Nah, big facts. We up out of here, y'all.
There's something about it in my talk, yeah. They don't know it, but they like it. It's that Southern boy charm with that country boy twang.